Yo, yo. Ooh, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. And I've just gone live at the right time. Hello, everyone. Anybody watching back? Welcome to another That's Just Joe live stream. My name's Joe, and that's about it, but that's not about it. Superman is almost here. Superman is nearly here. And I'm super excited about it, obviously. I have my tickets booked. Friday, the 11th of June, 2025. I think at like 7 p.m. or something. I have worked that day, so I can't go in the morning or anything, but there it is. Superman. And in IMAX, so even better. Even better when it's in IMAX. Everything's better in IMAX. We all know that. But I'm super excited. Super excited for the film. I'm also getting nervous. I think that's fine. Because my hype level is building every single day. And yeah, I'm seeing more. We're seeing more. Seeing more clips come out. More promotions, more story details coming out of the woodwork with these press interviews they've recently been doing, and yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for Superman. I can't believe it's July already, and we're getting Superman. It's insane. But in terms of stuff coming out of the woodwork, we've had loads of like interview threads and everything, and James Gunn has just officially announced a exclusive first look at the cover of Superman, the art and making of the film. This book will take fans behind the scenes with a look at our vision for Superman. The ultimate companion will be flying off a shelf near you in November, so that is on my Christmas list straight away. I'm definitely getting that. I've got the Batman one, so why not do Superman? And the beginning of the DC universe comes out 18th of November this year. Perfect Christmas present for us Superman fans. I mean, if the film sucks, I won't want it, but I don't think the film's gonna suck. Let's be honest. It is hot as hell in the UK at the moment, by the way. It is so hot. I've got about 2 fans running, but I've had to close my window because I'll just be overexposed. In my office here, I literally can't do anything lighting wise very well, so this is it. And you can see my Spider-Man No Way Home shelf is just completely knocked over. My cat's been climbing up the shelves and everything. I've kind of given up with the collection. But yeah, man, I'm just so ready for Superman. And thank you to Everything DCU. But one of the coolest things that's happening, not up the road from me, but not far away, is there is a Superman statue currently floating above the Shard in London. And damn, I want to be there because there's a pop-up happening. There's a few pop-ups happening. I was considering going to London on the weekend because there's going to be a pop-up at King's Cross Station, and that's easy to get to. Very expensive to get to. But this is just so exciting. I've got no reason to go to London, basically. Apart from to see this statue floating. I think it's there until the release anyway, so it's just so cool, man. Superman flying above the Shard. Just wondering if there's anything else from everything. But yeah, there's all these interviews coming out. And I have to be honest, some of these interviews are really annoying. Not the interviewers. Oh, look at that. There's a new shot already. Just flying him into a building. Ultraman. But yeah, just new footage coming out. New promos. Everything, man. Oh, the Sea-Link in India. Look at that. Just a big... Warner Brothers is pushing hard for this, by the way. They are non-stop. Like, just there's just so much promo. Even here, where I am, I'm in Wales. I've started to see Superman branded hot dogs. So you can obviously buy hot dogs fresh from the shop and everything. And it has Superman packaging. I was thinking of doing a video to go out before the release of Superman, of me going to find all the Superman merch I can find around Wales, where I'm from. But yeah, there's so much going on. I mean, here's the video of the Superman statue above the Shard. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. It's just I wonder if that's to scale. I'm sure it's not. But I just realised the helicopter's a Daily Planet helicopter. Oh my god. It's just so cool. I'm so ready for Superman, dude. I'm so ready for Superman. But Drew Goddard, this is a thing James Gunn came out with. There seems to have been a major change to the film during the editing process of it, and I think there was a darker sort of scene gonna happen. Sorry, I'm obsessed with Superman above the Shard at the moment. That's just my jam. This is my jam. Oh, James Gunn on the Authority. Yeah, it could happen. It's not something that's going especially quickly right now, but it could happen for sure. I mean, you got the engineer in there, so you got to make the Authority somehow. But yeah, there was a new clip. I really like this clip. Pookie, hey Derps, #1. My #1 fan. But there's this new clip which I really like.
So this guy just flew into Midtown and started attacking people, demanding for Superman to show up?
Yeah, it's all there in my article.
And I'd actually have to make it through your writing, Clark. Knowledge is worth many sacrifices. That isn't one of them.
Very fun.
I just love that. These girls are hitting on Jimmy Olsen.
22 people in the hospital, over 20 million in property damage. It does make you wonder.
He's just so good as Jimmy Olsen.
As great as he is,
And also he's not being shot in the
Superman
head.
Completely think through the ramifications of the Bravia thing.
What if this guy is even from Bravia?
What do you mean? His name is the Hammer of Bravia.
Yeah, I doubt his parents named him that, Jimmy. We have no clue what his actual goal was here.
I think it's pretty obvious the goal was kicking Superman's ass.
So he didn't completely kick Superman's ass.
Pretty thoroughly, Clark.
Yeah, I'm liking the scene. I saw someone complaining about another scene with Crypto in the Fortress of Solitude, that there's too many cuts in the scene. And it's like, you don't know editing, mate. You got to keep stuff pacey. And we got our first look at the Hot Toys. The Hot Toys does look cool. It does look cool. Might be my first Hot Toy. Derpy, Greg from The Real Rejects met James Gunn. I watched the whole interview. He was freaking out, man. He was proper freaking out. We've been getting Toyota advertisements, collabs. Yeah, this is all great. Yeah, London, look up. Surprise is coming. The Shard. Exciting time. Did you witness the Creature Commandos? Do you know what? I don't know if it's out yet. Did I? What was the date? Creature Commandos. I don't think it's out yet. Creature Commandos. Hey, we're the Creature Commandos. Derpy, I sent you the link, didn't I? I sent you the what it said. I would freak out. I'd say, give me a job at DC Studios. Yeah, I'm sure we all would. Where's Derps? There you are. Sets July UK premiere on Sky. So, Creature Commandos July. I hope it comes out before Superman, because I wouldn't mind. Well, I might not have time to binge it all, to be honest, but I might do a reaction. I'm not sure. Creature Commandos animated UK Sky Cinema Sky. 8th of July, 2 a.m. on Sky. 2 episodes on Tuesday, with a repeat at 11 p.m. that evening. While not confirmed, it's likely the full series will be available via Sky on demand. So that's our access to it. So yeah, definitely, man. The first 3 episodes, I think, are live. No, I can't see them. Looking on my Sky app. My connection's breaking up a little bit apparently, so apologies. I don't know why that is, but yeah, man. It's just so cool, so cool. I am seeing Jurassic World Rebirth tomorrow. and I'm seeing it with a mate of mine who's a massive Jurassic Park fan. Loves some of the Jurassic World films, as far as I know. He does. He's obsessed with them. So I'm seeing that, but I'm not seeing it till like 8:30 p.m. So it's going to be a late cinema. I don't think it'll be packed either. But I'm actually going to have a look. But I'm gonna get some interviews up. We're gonna get some interviews up for the Superman movie in a minute. I just want to check what time I'm seeing Jurassic World tomorrow. Again, I'm not I'm not like the biggest fan of the Jurassic World movies, but not because I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It's more like there's a lot to well, there's not a lot to progress, but I just don't like dinosaurs that much. I was never obsessed with dinosaurs as a kid. We all know what I was obsessed with. It was Batman and Spider-Man, and it was all that sort of Star Wars and that. Then it became like Doctor Who, and then but I remember seeing the last Jurassic World, and I saw it that with that same mate as well, and I wasn't very impressed. I was a bit like, this is Jurassic Park? I was like, this is shit. No. All good in the hood. But let's see some Superman interviews I haven't watched yet, but I've watched the one Real Rejects. There's a Collider one. Extra TV, it'll just be so Americanized. No offense to the Americans, but it's just like when something's too polished, I'm just a bit like, yeah. But yeah, what I was saying about the interviews, some of the questions are just a bit like, ugh, are we going over this again? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, who's gonna be Batman? Yeah, he's just gonna say it out there. It's really annoying. All right, DC Collection, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is, where you are. We'll just get up some Superman interviews stuff, because I've been watching a few already, but I'm interested to see more. I'm interested to see what Collider interviews is. Right.
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Have a look now, Derps.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
David, my first question is for you because I'm a big old nerd for acting training and techniques. And I love the fact that both you and Christopher Reeves studied at Juilliard.
Juilliard,
so
yes, there it is.
We're taking shots every time somebody mentions Juilliard or Star Wars.
what do you think it is about that style of training that tees actors up so especially well to crush it as Superman?
I was astonished. I did not expect it.
UK too, nice one. So you know it's really hot. I'm on vacation in Florida. Yo, that's so cool. Are you at Disney or Universal and all that? Already got my ticket, but for Superman, I can't wait, mate. I can't wait as well. I'm going with my wife, and she's not like the biggest DC fan or Superman fan, but I can't lie and say I'm like a massive Superman fan. But this film looks good. Like, this looks like a good superhero film. Already got my ticket, but yeah. Nishan, great brother, hello. What country? What country am I from? I'm from the UK. Boo! Yeah, it doesn't work, Derps.
At the screen test to feel multiple times that my training at Juilliard had perfectly prepared me for the screen test specifically, and then the role in general. I think there's a lot.
It still feels like those screen tests were literally yesterday. I feel like I've been sat in this exact spot since they announced who was auditioning for Superman, Lois Lane, and I feel like I'm still in the same spot I was when they announced it was David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan. It's insane how James Gunn has done a Superman movie, how he's done a Peacemaker TV show, which comes out next month, and obviously Creature Commandos, which I still haven't seen because it's not available in the UK just yet. Just a couple more days and then it's available. But holy hell, I bet James Gunn is just exhausted. But the thing is, as soon as this film comes out and it makes that dosh, because it's gonna make money, this film is gonna make money. Like, there is no doubt in my mind. The promos for this are insane. Like, the marketing, like I said earlier, I've been seeing hot dogs with the Superman emblem on them. Like, I've never seen that marketing for anything else recently. It's insane. It's insane. But you know, I can't believe we're here already. Literally next Friday, over a week away from seeing Superman in IMAX. Not true IMAX, digital IMAX. I'm seeing it in laser IMAX, so it's not the true IMAX. Already got my ticket booked. Yeah, what country? Sorry, I have to find this chat log. It's really slow for some reason. So apologies for the delay. I'm 20 minutes away from Disney and Universal. Are you, Derps? No way. We're gonna go Disney mini golf later. Brilliant. That sounds cool. My DC collection. I'm going first showing Friday morning on my own. Everyone else at work and school taking my lad after he's finished school, so I get to watch it twice. See, I don't have a child, so I don't have an excuse to go watch it a second time in the same day. So fair play in my DC collection. Fair play. I am going to go watch this again, probably with my younger brother. But he's not one of those people that are like, I've got to see it straight away. He can wait a little bit, and we can go watch it together. So I hope it's a film that I'm like, yeah, I could watch this again. Because when I saw The Batman 3 times, I nearly did 3. Shit you not, I was dreading the 3rd time because it's so long that I have to plan my entire day around it. A 3-hour film. This is sounding like I don't know how long the Superman is. Can someone let me know? How long is this Superman? But that's cool, my DC collection. Nice one. I got news. I'm seeing it Tuesday. You're seeing it Tuesday? Yeah, you are, Derps, as well, aren't you? Because you've got the fan screening thing, isn't it? That the US is doing. That's so cool. Is that what it is? The fan screening? Seeing it that Saturday on the 12th and the following Saturday on the 19th. You're booked up. Anybody that wants Derp's availability is like, babes, I'm booked up Saturdays. But fair play, Derpy. 2 hours 9 minutes. That's pretty good. That is better than 3 hours. I went to the cinema recently. I saw 28 Years Later, and that was only an hour and 55, I think it was. It was not a long movie, but I like that these movies are getting shorter, to be honest. I cannot do 3-hour movies. The only thing I can appreciate that's 4 hours long is Dune. Like Dune, whatever you want to call it. That film could be 6 hours long and I'll still go and watch it and not go to the toilet. The 8th, 12th and 19th. Can't wait to see Superman play with his doggy, Mad Villain. Yeah, no, Crypto's going to be cool, man. I think the CGI looks really, really good. Then Fantastic Four 1 time. Just the once. Not 4 times, just the once. Fantastic Four I am looking forward to. I am looking forward to Fantastic Four. It is shaping up to be very different from what the MCU have been doing recently. I still think Thunderbolts is a great film. I still think it's great. Definitely has the same template as the previous MCU movies, but it was definitely an improvement. And I just loved the whole subplot and storyline and everything. I thought it was really good. The only problem with the film and why it didn't do so well is because of the cast. Yes, Florence Pugh is a huge household name, especially over here in the UK, but it's not selling tickets. And those characters, like, again, my wife was turning to me and she's seen all the MCU projects with me and she was even going, who is that? What are they from again? You know, they're not the most stellar, outstanding. But yeah, I just want to watch
in school that's really cool and fun, but you sort of think once you're out in the world, you're not going to use a lot. It's sort of like, high school trigonometry. You're like, am I really going to use this? But then you have to, when do you use trigonometry in real life? I don't know. You do. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but pay attention in school, kids. Love trigonometry. Okay, anyway, sorry. So the first of all was the screen test for Superman was this sort of old-fashioned screen test where we actually did the scene and shot the scene as though it were a scene. Whereas most screen tests are more like auditions where there's one camera and you do it once or twice, maybe get a note, and it all feels kind of over too quick and much more like an audition. James immediately made work.
God, his voice is so deep, isn't it? Sorry. I'm going to call you first reaction, Joe, that Tuesday. Don't call me but you can send me a voice note. So you can send me a voice note on Discord if you want, but don't call me because I feel like our time zones are going to be way out, and I'm probably going to be doing. I've probably got a work thing Tuesday and Wednesday. But send me a voice note definitely, and what I'll try and do, Derps, is I'll try and do something Discord wise with us, or play your voice note or something, because I know our time zones are just rubbish. Especially when I go live sometimes. I know right now is like perfect. But there's some days where I can do it early or really late, and yeah, we'll figure it out, man. We'll chat privately. Yeah, exactly. I'll be a but send me a voice note if you want to send me a voice note or video. Do it, man. And yeah. I'll text you back and everything. I'll be in bed. Yeah, well.
Working on the screen test scene feel like we were going to work, not like we were auditioning. And the work felt much more like rehearsing a play than it did like shooting a movie. So I immediately thought, well, that's what I trained for, rehearsing a play. I did a lot of that in school. Then when we got up on wires for the stunt evaluation, something I had never done before, but the challenge there was all about sort of having isometric control over your body and your limbs, while keeping a sort of...
Wait, they had to audition stunts? How did they had to audition with the stunts? That's insane.
A relaxed and hopefully somewhat charming facial expression, although not always. Sometimes, not necessary or counterproductive. And so again, I thought back to Moni Akim's movement classes at Juilliard, where you'd be lying on the floor and he would say, I'm not going to do it with my legs this time, and he would say, and the right leg up and down,
Come on.
and up and down.
Juilliard, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
for an hour and a half, you're going like this.
I do think drama school is a load of bollocks. I even tried to go to drama school and I just thought, you know what, I can't be asked to do with this physical stuff, obviously. But yeah.
I feel like I'm about to die, and what does this have to do with acting? Of course, it has everything to do with acting, but
Yeah.
that was so directly translatable. I did think, like, did Christopher Reeve think back to training with Moni, which he did. He did train with Moni at school.
Yo, Dubs, I think we'll do a crossover one, but I want to do it like an initial one because I'm actually going to film me going to the cinema and reacting to it coming out. Then I'm probably going to edit it together and then post it. But if we do some sort of live show, maybe like a week after it's released, because we'll have so many more reactions and that. Let's sort something out there, man.
I was amazed at how directly translatable it all felt. So thanks, Juilliard.
Trigonometry and isometric.
Yeah.
I'm using lots of big words today now. Rachel, I wanted to ask you about a backstory question, because there's a part in our press notes where James mentions, I think Lois has a much more tumultuous past than Superman. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about some backstory you came up with off screen that we could feel informing your performance, and perhaps speaking to why she doesn't believe in goodness the same way that he does?
I don't know why I just had this thought, but what if the next film is Superman and the Authority? Because that's a comic, isn't it? That's that. Because I've been trying to. Well, I nearly did get that comic because I was like, but I want to start with the OG Authority comic. But that's definitely one, isn't it? Yeah, Superman and the Authority. The Authority. I have the authority. There it is. What if that's the next Superman film? Or is, this Superman film's a little like this because of the Justice Gang? I was just thinking about it. Don't know why. But as I was staring into David Corenswet's sweet, sweet eyes, I was just like,
There's a couple different versions of Lois's backstory that James and I talked about and explored. Some things that I added for...
It's funny, I don't really know Lois Lane's backstory. I just know her as Lois Lane, Superman's, love interest. And so it'd be cool if in this film... Sorry. It'd be funny. It'd be so funny. It would be cool in this film if they just flesh out a backstory with that. I'm cool with that. Nice one, man.
color, but James liked the version where her father is a military general,
Okay.
and that she was raised in an environment that taught her to work hard.
So a bit like Betty Ross in Incredible Hulk. Whoa, I'm doing Marvel comparisons. Just stop there.
And to rise to the occasion, but also to be skeptical, to question everything, and that perhaps she hadn't necessarily been modeled the same kind of family structure as Clark grew up with Ma and Pa Kent, and some other stuff along the way that we
don't get to know about.
that we get to hold on to. But you know, Lois talks a little bit about being punk rock for a period of her life, and I tend to find that people who end up having a punk rock phase arrive there with purpose. And so, speaking as somebody who had a little bit of one,
I like that this Lois Lane is just gonna have a bit of an edge to her, you know. I thought Amy Adams, no offense against the actor, I thought Amy Adams' interpretation of it was boring as fuck. I don't know, that's probably really mean, but I did not buy Amy Adams' Lois Lane. Lewis, Mum. I just didn't buy it. I did not buy it. And I still don't. I still watch Batman v Superman once a year because I really want to like it. And there's been moments where I go, okay, I appreciate this more. The one thing that is consistent is Henry Cavill and Amy Adams' relationship on screen. I can't do it, Captain. I can't fucking do it. I just hate it. But this looks like it's working. Looks like. Not confirmed. I haven't seen the film yet. And Derpy's going to confirm to me, the first thing Derpy's going to confirm to me is that these two work. Because it'd be bad if it doesn't. If they don't. It'll be really bad.
myself. And I appreciated that James, even though the moments don't necessarily take up that much real estate, that backstory is a really important part of how we arrived here, and especially a part of her arc in the film. We understand her skepticism. We understand her priding herself on being 10 steps ahead of everyone else. It makes her good at her job. But I also think a part of her just doesn't believe this part of Superman that actually sees the goodness in people first. And it's really not until she gets to see him at home, briefly, that I think she has that realization, which is a really crucial moment for her as a character.
Crucial moment. Another crucial moment that happens earlier in the movie that I absolutely love is that first, like, really meaty conversation the two of you have to get, like, really lengthy dialogue-driven scene.
As it goes on and on and on.
It's something else. I especially appreciate seeing two characters have a conversation on the big screen in this type of film where they have...
Oh my god, people speaking? What are we going to do? You know Warner Brothers tried to cut a lot out of this scene. You just know it.
Fundamentally different opinions about how to tackle
They're like, get the big kaiju back on screen, quickly.
something, and it's not something that ruins their relationship. So can you tell me maybe something about the two of them that allows that kind of conversation to, I guess, build them up and not tear them apart?
They're both really passionate characters, and they will die on the hills they're going to die on. I think it's part of what, you know, they're like a magnet. I think they are stronger together. They kind of need each other to bring out each other's humanity, and they're hot for each other. You know, I think it keeps things exciting. These are two people who have met their match.
Hey, yeah. It'd be really awkward if they weren't hot for each other.
In each other, in a way that they don't experience very often in their lives.
It was a big risk for James to write such a long scene, which is essentially an argument, because I think argument scenes...
A passionate conversation.
They run the risk of having two characters explaining their opinions to each other, arguing their opinions. What was great about the writing of the scene, which made it really fun to play and a great first scene to shoot between the two of us, was that not only do we have different opinions or we're on different sides of the argument, but our perspectives on the argument are directly linked to how we argue. So it wasn't just we have different opinions. We have different styles of having this argument, and we have different expectations of the other character in their responses. So that creates
I'd be so bad at interviewing these people because I'd be like, I just wouldn't know what to do.
layers. And then, of course, under all of those layers is the fact that at least one of us just wanted to sleep with the other one, and then we ended up having this
I think we both started there.
good.
Sex? In a Superman movie? Oh my god.
That's what I thought, but then obviously,
Took a little bit of a different direction.
I will say, I like calling it an argument, but it's a healthy argument, and I feel like we need more examples of that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Harry, we
Thank
can
you,
do it
Perry.
all day.
He did go there, didn't he? He was like, oh, I was sleeping together. Technically, Lois and me. I hope in the next film they split up. Anyway, yeah, that was one of the interviews. Do you know what? I won't bore you with going through loads of interviews, but I do want to talk about something else DC related, because I haven't made a video of this. I was going to make a video, but to be honest, it's a couple of pictures. It's a couple of pictures. Oh, something I will say, non-DC related at the moment, is I have seen the trailer for The Odyssey. I've seen the trailer. I accidentally stumbled by it, and yeah, the you know, I'm not like, wow, sold, greatest movie next year. I am loving Nolan. I loved Oppenheimer. I feel like Oppenheimer is when Nolan has finally found his feet. Director-wise, storyteller-wise, I think he's just found the feet. He's found his style of filmmaking perfectly. And I feel like The Odyssey is just going to blow us away. Blow us out of the water, if you get what I mean. I sent something. Before you reveal the photos, play the video. Okay. Damn, Derp, I didn't know you could hit the bass like that. I'm joking. Oh, okay. It's happening. What's coming? Have I missed something?
Oh, the sequel is. But never mind. Hot set. You don't want to mess it up because you know.
So wait, what do you want me to do? Before you reveal the photos, play the video. Do you think this is happening?
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes.
Oh. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Is it the Hall of Justice? I have seen it. It's coming. It's coming. Guys. Here's the photo. There it is. Hall of Justice. All getting prim and propered. This is from the Toyota ad. They just revealed the Hall of Justice. I'm sure Gunn wanted to make a more of a moment of this. But this is big news. This is quite big. This is where all the superheroes will be meeting in the future, and the Justice Gang. So yeah, man, the Hall of Justice, we got it. But I wasn't talking about that, Derps. You went ahead, buddy. You went ahead. I'm joking. I don't mind. But thank you. No, I did need a reminder of that. But I'm obviously here to talk about, to kind of, you know, keep the DC train going. is the Batman Part 2 script is fucking done. It is done for now. It is finally done. This film exists. This film is going to happen. And Robert Pattinson's not the DCU Batman. Confirmed. Confirmed. And it's nice to see Matt Reeves in the background. I haven't been able to make a video on this. I might post this as a video, but you know, the news kind of died down on this, so yeah, the video will get 2 views or whatever. But I saw this drop and I was like, oh my god, they've done it. And perfect timing, because James Gunn is currently reading this script. He is currently reading and reviewing the script. Peter Savran has read this, or is reading it. But there it is, man. The Batman Part 2 with Mattson Tomlin, his writing partner in the first one as well. This film, oh my god, it's going to be so long. I mean, it's going to feel like Superman all over again. Something in my ass. Ooh. It's, oh my god. I can't believe we're getting a Batman Part 2. Potentially. But, even co-writer Mattson has shared these interesting pictures of the notebooks for the progress of writing the Batman Part 2. And look at that stack, man. Look at that stack. So we've got 1, 2, 4 for some reason. But there it is, the Batman Part 2. So many dirty little secrets in those books. So many dirty little secrets. But wow, the amount of work that's gone into this. But I do have to say, I don't think I was one of those people. Let's be honest. I don't think I was one of those people that were like, it's not going to happen. I'm joking. Of course I was one of those people. I really thought this film is not going to happen. But it looks like it is. Is it going to be fast-tracked, though? This is the thing. No, because, see, I'm just arguing myself now. Robert Pattinson is filming Dune 3 very soon with the new James Bond director, Denis Villeneuve. I didn't say that right, but we'll just skip past that a bit. Yeah, so this is... You know, Robert's only available after December. But he got to be training. And, you know, he's recently become a father. Well, not recently, but not long ago became a father. And I think he's ready. He's ready to get back on the saddle. He's going to be in The Odyssey. He's going to be in Dune Messiah. He's going to be in the Batman Part 2. 2027 is going to be the year of Robert Pattinson once again. I'm just saying. Let's forget Mickey 17. Fuck that shit. Warner Brothers failed that film completely. They wanted it to flop. But yeah, I want Court of Owls, but my guess is Hush. Do you know what? I think they're going to go really random. I think they're going to go so random. I think they could still do Clayface. I think there's a chance they can do an interpretation of Clayface. I still think that's a possibility. But man, if they got Mr. Freeze right, holy crap. If they do Freeze... Oh, man. And we're going to be getting casting news for this soon. Very soon. Like when Matt Reeves announced the cast for the first film, you know, with the gifts of them from different things like Robert Pattinson in Good Time, Al Pacino, obviously. I always love that tweet. Al Pacino in The Big Lebowski, obviously. I don't know how Zoe Kravitz was announced, actually. I don't remember, but the casting announcements were so cool. So we're going to be getting those really soon. But, you know, we saw at the end of The Penguin, the end of The Penguin leads straight into the Batman Part 2. So it's not going to be this massive time skip and everything. There's going to be a little, you know, a few weeks, few months and everything. But they've got to lead straight back in. And my worry is that people have kind of given up. Like a lot of people I've spoken to that aren't big nuts like me, big nuts like me. No. That are big comic book movie nuts like me. That's better. We'll take that part out later. Didn't realise there was going to be a part 2. And also still think the Batman's set in the DC universe. Which it still may be. I think that's still up for discussion. I think The studio wants to see how Superman does, and when I say studio, Warner Brothers, and I know DC Studios are like, yeah, we're our own thing, but who's funding you? Who's giving you that mans? Who's giving it to you, huh? I think, yeah, we have to wait and see, guys. We have to wait and see. But holy crap, when that first image came out, I was like, oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Robert Pattinson's coming back. Where is he? Get down here, Rob. Calm down. He's back. My boy's back. Let's get some fanning into that cape. Yeah. Yeah, there he is. Robert's back. And probably with a new suit. Let's be honest. That suit got shot to shit. Yeah, I'm so excited for the Batman. Really, really excited. I can't believe we're getting a sequel to it. I think it's too little too late, a little bit. But I'm patient man, as we all know. I'm really patient. I'm not. I am not patient for this film. I'm like, just get filming it. Are they going to introduce Robin? No, they can't, because Brave and Bold's going to have Robin. I don't think Batman Brave and Bold's happening for a while. I really don't. Oh god, here goes Blu-ray Angel. Let's go! No, that's Matt Ramos, isn't it? He's this guy's what is it? What's it? How does it go? Oh, I'll never forget that video of him with The Rock. It was so funny. Thursday, October 31st, the city streets are crowded for the holiday, even with the rain. Hidden in the chaos is the element, waiting to strike like snakes, and I'm there too. Have turned me into a nocturnal animal. Hi, Griffin. Sorry, I missed your message. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, Griffin. Apologies, the text is so small on here, I can hardly see it. But what do you think, Griffin? Are you excited for Superman? What are you excited for out of these 3 films this July? All coming out in July. And this is a big turning point. This is a big turning point in cinema. Because I think these films are going to prove to us that, you know, cinema's still good, baby. You know, these blockbusters doing well. Or they're going to categorically fail. But yeah, from 1 to 10, how hyped are you for Superman? That's such a good question, Griffin. I think I'm a 7. I'm going to be really honest. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, 10. It's going to be the greatest movie ever. James Gunn, I love him. You know, I think a 7. It's getting to a 7.5. You know, chatting about it right now, but 7.5. 7. 7. Yeah, 7. Doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well too. I'm doing really well, Griffin. Apart from the fact it is boiling in the UK right now, and I'm trying to survive with about 2 fans on me. Do you know what? Let's just crack out the third. It is so hot, and this office is in like an attic room, so it's just, you know, I'm just in the oven. I'm cooking. Excited for Superman, but I don't want to get disappointed. I know the feeling. I'm. It's one of those things where, like, you know, 28 years later, I was really up for it, and I thought the trailer looked really good and everything. And then, you know, I kind of just put it in the back of my mind. But the only time I was like ecstatic to go and see it, and I was like, oh my god, the hype's real, was the day of going to see it. So I didn't have that lead up like I do with Superman. But I remember coming out of it and being a little disappointed with 28 years later. Just because how these studios are just relying on, you know, for a film like that, though, I was like, why is this a trilogy? This could have been a good 1 film, 1 shot, let's do it. But they fumbled in the 3rd act, for me anyway. Yeah, so I get why you don't want to get too excited, you know. I've only bought 1 Superman figure over here. next to Cavill, which is I think is blasphemy. But yeah, I get it, man. I get it. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. So make sure, Griffin, you come back to the live show that I'll definitely be doing after seeing the film, or about a week later probably, because I've got to do like a video of my breakdown of it and everything. But yeah, nice to have you in the chat, Griffin. We're all up now. Now this city's eating itself. Maybe it can't be saved, but I have to try push myself. These nights all roll together in a rush behind the mask. Sometimes in the morning, I have to force myself to remember everything that happened. God, it's such good dialogue, isn't it? It's like Derpy wrote it. Did you write this, Derp? Did you write the Batman? Are you the ghostwriter of the Batman? But yeah, Blu-ray Angel's getting a little bit excited for all three films. So I'm seeing Jurassic World tomorrow night. Again, not a massive fan of the franchise, but appreciate it. Obviously, love some of the films. I do like the first Jurassic World. I was really disappointed in the third one. I've not seen the second one, and I'm going into this one kind of going, oh, it's just the same. Like that's what I'm getting from the trailers. But the big selling point for me, if I wasn't going with a mate, is Gareth Edwards. Because Gareth Edwards gets scale. Like the Death Star in Rogue One is huge. Like that ship is massive. Everything is massive in Rogue One. And he got that with Godzilla, a film I didn't enjoy again. And I'm sure in The Creator he got stuff with scale. There's something about scale. And I think the Jurassic Park movies, for me, haven't gone, yo, look how big this dinosaur is. Like, yeah, you can say in the first one when the dinosaur reveal, you know, the big long-necked one, whatever it's called, Platysaurus, whatever, it like pans up and you're like, whoa, like, yes, great. But in 2025, I want to be wowed by the scale of these dinosaurs. I keep talking about the scale of dinosaurs. Let's stop it there, shall we? Wait, I got a meme for you. Derpy's got a meme for Joe. Derpy's got a meme for Joe. But yeah, I mean, out of the three, Superman, I think is just. I think once I've seen Superman, though, I'll be like, cool, I'm ready for some Marvel now. You know, I'm just, it's like a meal, isn't it? Like Jurassic World's my starter, like, it's right. You know, Superman, oh my God. And then Fantastic Four is like, do you know what, I fancy a bit of pudding. Fancy a bit of pudding. Maybe 4 puddings. But yeah. No, I am really looking forward to it. What a summer, man. What a summer. And to be honest, I was starting to watch a video on TikTok earlier talking about how important Superman and Fantastic Four are for cinema, for companies. Like, it's this girl, I forget her name, but she's like really well known on TikTok and everything. Oh, sorry, just burped. Nearly threw up. Likes. How do I look at my favourites and everything? Come on. Oh my God, drag this to match up the cow. There we go. So annoying. Right, liked. Here we go. Here she is. So this is Jay Stoops. And Jay Stoops. Oh my God. Shh. Jay Stoops, be quiet. Shh. Be quiet, Jay Stoops. Actually, I'm going to start this again because this could be a good video. So this is with Superman. So with Superman and the Fantastic Four coming out this month, obviously there's a lot of pressure from both Marvel and DC for these films to do really well in order to continue their separate universes and their franchises and everything. And Jay Stoops here, who's a great TikToker, by the way, and look, even follower. How amazing am I? Has done a video just talking about how important these movies are and that they are like the catalyst for what comes next, basically. I haven't watched all this video, I've just seen the first like 5 seconds, but I just thought let's react to it and talk about what she has to say.
Massive crossroads. I think we're at a massive crossroads at this moment in time in the modern cinema landscape. And I think that the way audiences are engaging with movie theaters and movies in general has changed so much over the past 10 years. And the success or failure of these two movies in particular could indicate a huge change coming.
She's completely right. She is. But what I like about these two movies is that they feel really different from what's come before. Superman feels like a really hopeful, action-packed, emotional film done by a director who gets character, who gets spectacle. And Fantastic Four is completely outside of the MCU, but obviously staying within the boundaries of like what it's supposed to be, comedy, action, and that. But the new setting and everything is amazing. And this isn't really a spoiler, it's just a theory, but obviously at the end of Thunderbolts, in the post-credit scene, we saw the Fantastic Four craft coming into the atmosphere of 616, Earth 616. And I think that's an element of the Fantastic Four I'm going to miss, is just from the trailers and everything, is this world they're currently living in. I'm sure there's more to the plot than I anticipate and everything, but yeah, these two movies feel really different, and I think audiences are gonna say out loud, especially general audiences, are gonna be like, this one was good, no, this one was good, this one was bad. It's gonna be so straight cut, and that's what they're gonna want to hit the mark on. And I think that's why we haven't heard much news about DC Studios and what comes next and everything for a while, because I think they're waiting to see what the response is to Superman and the Fantastic Four. So yeah, we'll see.
It seems to me that audience...
Daniel, hey man, how you doing? I say Superman is going to be the best, but I have a feeling that Fantastic Four might have better meaning. Ooh, that kind of rhymed, eh? Hey, Daniel's Dr. Zeus, man. We got Dr. Zeus in the house. Cheers for that, Daniel. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one because I feel like, you know, Fantastic Four slightly has the upper hand because it comes out last. It comes out after Superman. So, you know, we'll go and see Superman. Let's say it's really great and everything, and we're all blown away by it. And we're like, that's really good. That was really, you know, that was really good. But then we see Fantastic Four, and we see stuff in that we really like that we didn't see in Superman. And then you go, do you know what? You know, Superman should have done this. So he should. You know what? Superman should have stretched his arms around Lois Lane. You know, like all that sort of stuff. So, you know, Fantastic Four, you know, has the upper hand. But in terms of how the world is going at the moment, in terms of affording to go to a cinema, is really hard. So Superman has the upper hand in that way because kids will be like, I want to see Superman, you know. And then they can't go see Fantastic Four that month because payday hasn't arrived since paying for Superman. So it's so many variables. But we don't know anything until this month has passed. These films have been out and we'll see the reaction.
Have lost just so much interest in the MCU specifically, but the superhero genre in general as a whole as well. I feel like the performance of Thunderbolts at the box office, despite getting generally like some of the most positive reviews that Marvel has gotten in years, and have like some A-list stars. Florence Pugh is at like a career high right now, and still it's one of the lowest performing MCU films out of any of them.
Which is insane because it's a really good film. I remember the first half I was a bit like, I'm not liking this because, you know, the pace is a bit rubbish and everything. But then that second and third act, oh my God, it picks up like anything. As soon as Bob comes into it, I feel like, or you know, when they're out of a prison and that's when I feel like the movie started. And I really enjoyed Thunderbolts, and, you know, word of mouth was going around. Like, people at my work and that was saying, God, have you seen Thunderbolts? I was like, it's really good. And they were like, really? Like, that's a shocking reaction. 10 years ago, you wouldn't go, really? About an MCU movie. You'd be like, yeah, of course I've got to go see the MCU movie. I need to know who that big fucking purple guy is. Like, you know, it's so different now. It's just after Endgame, everything's just, oh, God, and another thing. Oh, please, it's like force feeding. It really is, and I think Marvel know that. I do, and I think DC obviously knows that with Gunn at the helm. So, yeah.
I also think that we're seeing trends with audiences where audiences are just going to theaters less. And I feel like what we genuinely see people turning up for is cultural phenomenon that people, it's required viewing to be a part of the cultural conversation. I feel
so true. Yeah, I completely agree with her on that. It's so true.
I feel like people really are only motivated to engage with something, particularly something in a movie theater, if it means that they're going to be part of the cultural conversation.
It's kind of like Oppenheimer. Like, everyone knew Oppenheimer was going to be a really important film, and because it's Nolan, I felt like everyone that went to see it like took that shit seriously. Like, they were like, you know, there was not a rustle of popcorn, there was not a slurp of drink during Oppenheimer, because everyone was invested and they couldn't wait. And obviously Barbenheimer was happening, and Barbie, and even going to see Barbie. Like, the thing with Barbie though, for me, and the more I thought about it, it's definitely a film for me. It's a great film about progression and you know, feminism overall and everything. But the thing is, the kids, I feel like kids these days were falsely advertised the movie. They thought they were going to see a Barbie film, and it turned into this really real, you know, three-dimensional hit in the heartstrings film, which I think some kids can't contemplate right now. So in that aspect, you know, that screening was a bit like, the kids were just like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm behind a little girl going you know, at the end of the film. So it's a weird one.
I think that something similar is happening around like Love Island right now. Like, the reason why so many people watch is because everyone is watching, and in order to be engaged in like the conversations with people around you, you have to be a part of that. You have to participate. And
God, she's on the money, man. She's on the money. I've never thought of it like that. God damn it. She's good. It's so true. Like, you know, it's like TV shows. That's so much easier, those streaming shows. People are like, oh, have you seen Beef? Oh, Beef. Oh, oh my God, like, Beef is so good. And then you're like, I gotta go watch it. And, you know, you don't watch it. And they still go on about it. And then they start talking spoilers, because then at that point you're like, I don't mind, I probably won't watch it, but tell me about it. And they're really excited about it and passionate about it, but I haven't seen it. And but there are times where people are like, you have to watch this show. You know, one of them, Squid Game. I've still not seen it, because I heard there was going to be a final season of this version of Squid Game anyway, and I'm just like, I'll wait till it all comes out. And I did, and I still haven't rushed back to go and watch the first season. Skeleton Crew is another example. I was like, I'll just wait till the episodes come out. Really loved the first 2 episodes. Fell off because I forgot. But those conversations have happened. They're on the past now. Whereas, you know, Superman and Fantastic Four, if they get really good word of mouth and really good press and everything, like, people are going to go to the cinema, man. They're going to go and watch these films. They're going to take their kids, they're going to take their family members and their friends. They're going to go and watch these films. But who's the winner? It is a who's the winner. It really is. I think Marvel's in a bit of a sticky situation because, obviously, of everything that's come before. Whereas DC, and you've got a new face for Superman, it's a bit easier to go, oh, it's a complete reset and everything. But some people, we know who, are a bit more like, oh, Steinerver, you know, all that shit that I don't want to get into. But real life people who have jobs and family members and friends they love, just you know, would be like, why do they keep rebooting it? My dad is a lot like this. He's like, why do they keep rebooting shit? And, you know, I explain, like, reset and everything, and they got to change up the storyline. It's got to be a different world. It's got to fit the director's vision. And he's like, oh, let's bring back Christopher Reeve. Dad, he's dead. He died on my birthday in 2004. Do you not remember? But yeah.
It seems like, for the most part, the cultural conversation around the MCU has kind of died. Like, people are just not interested. Even people who enjoy the media, it's not something that's talked about. It's not something that's discussed. And obviously, DC has not really been a part of that cultural conversation for a long time. You have outliers like the Batman that do really, really well, but aren't really associated with anything larger than themselves.
And the Joker. But Joker Folie à Deux fucked that. It messed it up. It messed up DC. I really think Folie à Deux. But remember, it's not a DC film, guys. It's a Warner Brothers film.
themselves. And this is the first in what is going to be, like, supposed to be a huge universe instigating film, the first film of James Gunn's DCU that is supposed to be modeled after the MCU, really.
But the thing is with the DCU is that they're trying not to say it's going to be an expanding universe thing. The impression I get is that James Gunn doesn't want to explain it like that. He's like, yes, we are building a universe, you know, they're all cohesive, but all the stories do not match up in some big diagram that lead to the big bad. That's not the point of this expanded universe. The whole point of the DCU is that, yes, it all takes place in one universe, but not everything has to connect. All the stories can be different. All the directors can be different. The visions can be different. Whereas Marvel, it gets scared. Like, even though Fantastic Four First Steps looks like a very different MCU film and doesn't look like, you know, what has come before, it still has that Marvel feel. It has that Marvel. Oh, it has that Marvel feel. I don't know why I just fucking did that. Anyway, let's listen to her. She's way more better than me.
That's what it is. And this is a reset in and of itself within the MCU where it takes place in some kind of alternate universe that will at some point converge with, like, the MCU storyline that we know. Yeah. But because the Fantastic Four have existed...
I mean, that's the talk about Fantastic Four, is that, you know, they're in a different universe, but they're going to come to ours. That's the talk for Fantastic Four. Superman is more like, yo, Nicholas Hoult is bald. Like, it's that. Oh, and there's a dog that can fly and everything. Like, the dog is going to be the selling point. Let's be honest.
In the cultural zeitgeist outside of and before the MCU, I wonder if this has the ability to pull in mainstream audiences that have kind of given up on the MCU. Similarly, Superman is an iconic character that should, in theory, like, pull an audience all on his own. Like, even before the creation of the MCU, if these were movies that were coming out in the early 2000s, they should, by all accounts, be some of the biggest blockbusters of the summer, if not the year. But
I think it's all about the kids. Think of the children. Someone think of the children. I think it's all about the kids. I think it's the kids that instigate going, Mummy, Daddy, I want to go see Superman. Mummy, Daddy, I want to go see Fantastic Four First Steps. Marvel Studios. Directed by. No, I think it's I think it's the kids. That is the big decision. But also, it's really expensive, the cinema. Taking a family to the cinema is awful. As in, your bank account goes from there to there. Like, it's so quick how poor you get going to the cinema with your family. I'm lucky because I don't have kids. My cats aren't technically allowed in cinemas. But you know, I argued with the guy. We go to see cats. But yeah, that was such a bad joke. I'm never doing that again. But what was my point I was trying to make? But I think it's the kids. I think the kids are the big, like the companies are going, please ask your parents to take you to Superman. You know, Marvel's like, please ask them to take you to see Fantastic Four. You know, if I had kids and they were like, Daddy, I want to go see Fantastic Four First Steps, I'd be like, babe, we got Fantastic Four at home. And, you know, be that good old 2005. You know, that shit hits like crack. But yeah, it's the kids. Like, that first weekend, that first week, holy crap. And then there's us fat nerds out there that are like, we better be good.
I just don't think that audiences are that easy to predict anymore. I think that consumer habits have changed so drastically since the introduction of streaming that it is nearly impossible to predict.
My dad is in his late 50s, and I think he's in his late 50s anyway. Sorry, Dad, if you had that. But he sees no reason to go to the cinema to watch a film anymore. He's like, there is no reason why I need to go. I don't have to worry about people interrupting, you know, talking on their phones. I don't have to hear the snacks. I don't have to pay for expensive snacks. I don't have to listen to my wife asking 20 million questions about the film. But the films he will go for is Star Wars and possibly Jurassic Park. That's the two. That's the two. He won't go to a superhero film. He won't. He's not been to a superhero film since, I'm going to say, Iron Man 2. I'm being serious. Like, that is the last time he went to see a superhero film. I'm going to ask him tomorrow, actually. I'll give him a call and be like, hey, Daddy, when was the last time? And he won't remember, and they'll fart and then hang up and everything. But Yeah.
what is going to be a cultural phenomenon outside of like huge IP vehicles like the Minecraft movie and the Mario Brothers movie. Like how would a studio go about predicting the success of a movie like Sinners? They've tried to recreate the Barbenheimer phenomenon over and over and over again since it happened, and you can't make fetch happen. Like it's gonna,
because Barbie and Oppenheimer are complete polar opposites. And that's what's really funny about it. And then it becomes a trend, and then people want to jump on the trend, and jumping on the trend makes you want to do the Barbenheimer experience, which I did with my wonderful wife, and it was exhausting, but oh my god, you felt like you were part of something bigger. I sound like Nick Fury, but that's what happened, for me. Even though I was going to see Oppenheimer, I was going to see Barbie, jumping on the trend is what I saw. And that's why people went to see those films, and they made so much money.
Happen on its own, or it's not. But consequently, I am like insatiably curious about how these movies are going to perform at the box office. And I know that a lot of people get really frustrated by the incessant box office talk, because we shouldn't be valuing movies based on like their ability to sell tickets exclusively.
Oh, absolutely.
But because it's so important to studios, it is unfortunately an important part of the conversation.
It's a reason why these films continue getting made as well. The biggest shock is obviously Thunderbolts came in very short, and Fantastic Four is still coming out. But obviously it's a different kettle of fish. It's a different team. It's not the same style. It's a different director. But it's still that MCU bloody feel. Whereas Superman feels sort of refreshing. And that's not me being like, ultimate DC fan, gun gooner. Like, it's nothing to do with that. Like, it is because Superman actually looks really, really good. Fantastic Four looks really good, but there's that Marvel tinge that I can literally hear it and see it. Whereas Superman, it feels really refreshing. I don't know what it is. It could be the cinematography, it could be the costume design, it could be the grade, it could be the editing, it could be the trailers, it could be the music, it could be any of that. But just Fantastic Four is just, it's not quite hitting. But in terms of box office, and I kind of want to get this out of the way, and we've spoken about this, I think Fantastic Four is going to do better than Superman. I've got a feeling that tonight's gonna be I think Fantastic Four will do better, because it's harder to get people to come back for Superman, who has been recently rebooted. I'd rather be gun gooner than ever be a Snyder teaser. I was a big Zack Snyder fan when Man of Steel came out. I was like, do you know what? This guy gets Superman, having never read a Superman comic. I was like, this guy, he knows what to do. And I do like Man of Steel. I do think it's one of the best comic book movies out there, because it's so different, and it's so Snyder, and it's so this, and it's so alien as well. Like, it really, taps into the alien mythology of the DC universe and everything. And there's just something really interesting about that. But but this Superman film, it just feels cool. But I do think Fantastic Four is going to make more money. I do, because the MCU's been around for a while, and DC, they're trying to get back on the horse. And this movie looks great, but there are Marvel. I think there are more Marvel fans out there than there are DC fans, and that's talking of general audiences as well. I do.
Because if a movie can't sell tickets, then that kind of movie simply is going to stop being made. Yeah. So this is incredibly fascinating to me.
Eternals is the perfect example. I still remember Kevin Feige on the red carpet, or a red carpet before Eternals came out, saying, if we're going to get a Best Picture nomination or Best Director, it's for Eternals Closeout. I was like, whoa. I was like, this film, I was like, Marvel's changing the gear, man. They're going something. And it was boring. Eternals was boring. I'm sorry. It was boring. And I didn't care about anybody in it. Maybe Icarus. I thought Icarus was interesting. And the main girl in it. Oh, God. See, this is what I mean. But that's what I mean. It didn't catch on, because it was about 12 bloody Eternals, and I'm like, why is Barry Keoghan in this? But yeah, there's I could have stopped there, because I just keep getting myself in trouble. But Eternals is a perfect example of that. It made not a lot of money. It wasn't great reception, I don't think Eternals made that much money anyway. Let's see what Eternals box office is worldwide. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about worldwide. So gross 402 million worldwide, making it one of the lowest grossing films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The movie opened to 161.7 million globally. So, you know, good start, like, you know, including 71 million in North America and 90.7 million internationally. It faced a 49% drop in international markets in its second weekend because all the nerds, all the fans have gone to see it, and then no one's gone to see it because of word of mouth and everything. That's insane. That is insane. Anyway, carrying on this video.
Have no idea what to expect from like audience reaction, and I also am so curious what it would mean, what it could predict if these movies do fail or don't perform the way that studios want them to at the box office. I would love a temperature check because I genuinely feel so out of touch on this. Like, let me know in the comments, are you excited about these movies? Which one has you more excited? Is the connection to the MCU a pro or a con at this point? Please let me know how you're feeling because I have no idea, and I'm...
Yeah, you know what? I get her. I completely get this woman. I just... Jesus, by the way, go follow her. She's got some really great videos and sort of insights and theories and everything. Really great videos.
So...
There you go. I just went to, you know, a different frame. The MCU went woke. That's why people are done watching their movies and shows. Now they just made bad movies. That's so true. Like, people think, like, when a film fails or a TV show fails, it's like, oh, because they put a black person in it. Oh, it's because this person's non-binary. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's because the story's boring as fuck. Like, the superhero genre needs to literally go away for like a decade. Never going to happen, let's be honest. It's taken up such a aneurysm. It's taken up such a massive amount of space. I can't believe people aren't even more fatigued by it than they are. I mean, someone like me is never going to be fatigued by it because it's literally, you know, I live and breathe it, guys. Yeah, Disney Plus killed the MCU. Oh my god, my brain just went. Like, yeah, that's so true. Like, Disney Plus killed the Marvel Universe. And it killed Star Wars. Like, the excitement for Star Wars is gone. Like, you'd have to wait every 10 bloody years for a new Star Wars project to crop up. And it only happened, like, 3 times. But still, it's that excitement, that build. Like, God, I haven't had a Star Wars in a while. And then it comes and I'm like, whoa, like, here we go. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, so streaming, the people that own these properties, these franchises, have kind of killed the excitement for stuff, definitely. Lots have already said it, but the MCU used to have lots of layers that, while connected to each other, were not like that difficult to follow. That's very true, actually. And also, like, when the first phase 1 was coming out, again, I've got to sound like, you know, mad on the internet, on the Reddit sites. No, but like, everyone could simply follow, who's this Thanos guy? You know, who's this oh, there's a mention of him there. It was so simple, just simply woven in. And, you know, you'd stay for the post-credits and that. And then, you know, you finally come to Avengers Endgame and it's like, God, it's all come to this. And then the next thing you get is WandaVision, which is brilliant. But you also felt like you closed that chapter of the MCU. And I think Marvel, apart from Loki, apart from WandaVision, I think everything else after that could have just, yeah. I don't know. It's a weird one, Marvel, because I love it. I love Moon Knight. I love Miss Marvel. Obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm looking at my action figures for reference. Definitely not Love and Thunder. But yeah, there's something went wrong. And Marvel really needs to change up their game. Whereas DC just keeps going, hey, why don't we do a reboot, guys? Do you know what? Let's do a standalone Joker film that's nothing to do with Jared Leto. There's a lot of that going on DC-wise, but I think James Gunn wants to move away from that, apart from the Batman and a few DCU Elseworlds projects and that, but, you know, clearly stating that, not going, we're shifting, just going, that was always the intention. It's a weird one. It's really weird this time, and July is just. I can't wait to see where we are in July. I'd love to see my own reaction to these films, the public's reaction to these films, and your reaction to these films. So if you enjoyed my reaction video here, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching another That's Just Joe video. That was a lot of fun. Take care. Bye. Obviously, you're not watching a video. You're watching a live. That's a 30-minute video there. Oh, was it interesting, guys? Could I have done better? Could I have strung my sentences better? But it's July 1st. It's July 1st. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's July 1st? You confused me, Derpy. I'm going to check out your message. Derpy, don't throw me off like that, man. I'm trying to look cool. Oh my god, that's so loud.
Wait, who was that? I put McQueen in there. Give you some real competition.
Oh.
Wait, who was that? I put McQueen in there. Give you some real competition.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, Jurassic World, I mean, that's a fast-tracked movie. That's a really fast-tracked movie, Jurassic World. I know that for a fact. It's, I felt sorry for Gareth Edwards on that one. Because Spielberg was like, just fucking write it! You know, all that. I'm going to be back in a minute. I am going to wrap it up soon, but I want to give you guys a chance to send in your questions and everything. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 5. Yeah, I said July because I'm just excited for July derps. Sorry, that took a long time, guys. How do you know? Save the world and all that. We've still got beats playing. But yeah, that was a great video. But she's got some really great thoughts on that. So I might post that on the channel tonight, actually. That'll be lovely. That'll be lovely, jubbly. Yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be an important month, July. It's gonna be very, very important. A little bit of Superman merch I did get, apart from my action figure. By the way, people hate me after my action figure review. Just my honesty of just like, yeah, just a bit gutted, you know. That was a bit scratched up and that. Those are my questions. You said you couldn't wait for July. Does Joe think Snyder fans are all on crack cocaine? No. Does Joe want to do watch party for Superman? 1978 Superman? I don't know if I'm going to have time. I don't know how... Because I kind of want to show my wife Superman Returns. And she obviously won't do the streams with me or anything, so... I don't know. I was thinking, right? I was thinking of doing one video. A little live video. But I've got to figure out how to do it. And it's playing... One sec. Superman Returns on the Xbox 360. I got this a couple of months ago. I've got an Xbox 360, and apparently you can hook it up to the PC and stream it and everything. And you know, it wouldn't be hard to do. You just got to get the right adapters and everything to connect it up to the PC. But I don't know when I'm going to have time to do this either. And I really want to do it. I want to play through Superman Returns, and I don't know what the gameplay time on Superman Returns is, actually. Superman Returns Xbox gameplay time. 12 or 13 hours. I could do a 13-hour stream of me playing Superman Returns, dressed in the Superman Returns garb. Like, my dad's got the Superman Returns costume from a fancy dress he did once. So I might do that, to be honest, Derps. The game, oh shoot, mate, Superman Returns, the game, was cool. Like, this was such a good game. Oh man, just the nostalgia. Terrible movie though. But recently, I got this. Can you guess what it is, people? Guess in the chat what this is. And yes, it is the Superman logo. I'll give you a little hint. There we go. Alright, I'm giving you a little hint. What does this product do? Come on, get in the chat. Tell me. What does this do? I'll give you 20 more seconds. What is this used for? I'm going to have to wait because the stream is delayed by like 30 seconds. So I'll wait. Soap? Not soap. Come on, people. There are 4 people in here. Guess what this is. And if my wife's watching, you cannot guess what this is. Okay? That's the rules. No? No one's going to get it? Come on, there's people here. Come on, guess what it is? Let's have some fun, guys. Chocolate. Okay, right, it's not those. It is. Ready? Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready, guys. I don't think you're ready. Are you ready for this? It is a bottle opener. A magnetic bottle opener. You know, crack out a beer. And it's also magnetic. Yay! But let's talk about. God, I am massive. Let's talk about this Superman figure because again, I got lots of flack for hating it. It's great. It's a great figure. I am happy with it. It's grown on me the scratched up S symbol, like it has. But the cape is awesome. Like that's an awesome cape. And I kind of want to do him in the. Kind of want to do him going like that, like that. How's that? That's cool. Just do him like that. God, I love that tune. Can't wait to hear that at IMAX Theatre. Holy crap. And then we do have Mr. Cavill over there. I think I should bring Mr. Cavill. Actually, no, I can't bother. He's standing perfectly. Somebody save me. I need to watch Smallville again. But yeah, Superman Returns is only 12 to 13 hours to complete a single playthrough. The game features 18 achievements and a total gamer score of 1,000. The gameplay involves flying around Metropolis, fighting robots and mutants. Nothing like the film, because beating up a guy who does real estate is not interesting like the film. So, I mean, we might do a Superman Returns playthrough. In terms of rewatchability of Superman Returns, I could watch it every 3 years, probably. I watched it last year, and I love like the Act 1, Act 2. I'm like, it's great. I'm like, just hitting the vibe of the Christopher Reeve ones, and then it just goes down, downhill so fast. Like the plane. So, how are we gonna wrap up this video, guys? Because I need to go and eat some dinner. It is currently 9:45 at night time, and I need to go and eat. And there's no new news. You know, no one's been cast as Batman just yet. But I just want to say, Derpy, if I don't come on live until by the time you've seen this film, have fun, man. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Obviously, don't spoil it. I will be holding on for dear life for this film, but I'm really excited you get to see it a little bit earlier. There's nothing here in the UK. There's no midnight screenings, as far as I know. I'm going to check, actually. I'm like, there has to be, because there wasn't when I booked it, and they usually come out quite early. It's funny, they had so many problems with people turning up on the wrong day. They had to change the time to like 11:59 p.m. for people to actually turn up at the right time. So let's go to Wednesday. Just seeing if there's any early screenings. Because the Batman I got to see 2 days early, but I think it came out early here in the UK because it was primarily filmed early in the UK. Thursday, no. And then Friday, yeah, it just comes out Friday at the cinema I'm going to anyway. The first viewing is at 9:30 in the morning, and I have work. Get 50% off Amazon Prime Video movie purchases. Book tickets between the 23rd of May to 31st of July. Hang on, where am I? But I'm seeing it at IMAX, and I'm really excited. 7 o'clock, IMAX, Thursday. Kevin Spacey voice. Kryptonite. But do you want to see how busy it is? This is how busy the 7 o'clock is. That's pretty good. And I am sat in premium. It's called like... I think it's just called Premium in the IMAX, but it's really nice seats. And I'm just sat around here, these two. I think anyway. Please, please. 16, 15, 14, 13. Yeah, 12 and 11. So I'm sat right here. These two right here. Oh, that's going to be a problem because there's a gap in between each two. No! Oh well. But, you know, the reason these don't fill up is because the screen is so big, is that people don't want to be sitting in, you know, the front or the corners and everything. So that's, yeah, so I'm Premiere Plus. That's what I'm sitting in. Yeah, boy. So this is going to be great. And I could drive now, so it's going to be nicer leaving the cinema and everything at the right time. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. And I might go see it again. Who knows? Might go see it the next morning at my local cinema. This isn't my local cinema. I have to travel for this one. But there is... I'm gonna see if it's on at midnight anywhere else. This ain't copyright music playing, is it? I can't even tell. I don't have my headphones in. I don't know why I did that. There's some special screenings happening at Cineworld, which is cool. So like the Hunger Games, There Will Be Bloods, which I've never seen, Whiplash, Superbad, Lord of the Rings, all free films, extended editions, Shutter Island, Hot Fuzz, Children of Men. But my wife would like to go see La La Land in the cinema, and I'm really interested to go see that actually, because I've never seen the film. And that is on Tuesday, the end of this month. So it's going to be a very busy cinema month, definitely. Joe, hello. Hello, Derpy. I always feel like you're threatening me when you put Joe. Joe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, no midnight screenings here as well. What's another cinema? View. I can't show what I'm looking at, by the way, because it will obviously give away where I live and everything, and we don't want that. And if you have seen where I live, please don't share that anywhere. I'll be very annoyed. Joe. Hello. Joe. You can keep saying Joe. Jojo is Mojo Jojo. Jojo is the best. DC. Jojo is the best DC content. Oh, don't be like that. I am not the best. No, I won't take that. Sorry. I am taking that trophy, snapping it in half, and then throwing it back at your face. But that's really kind of you, Derpy. Thank you very much. You've been with me from the beginning, and here we are talking about Superman, a film we've been talking about for ages. So I appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Thank you. But I can't take that title. Boba Talks, you know, The Real Rejects. Although, to be honest, there's not really like a sole DC content creator that I found on YouTube just yet. Like, just solely DC. But maybe Boba Talks is like the closest to it. And I think he's one of the best. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel or anything, do it. He has really, really cool videos. Really interesting. I did ask if he needed an editor once, and he didn't get back to me because I need a job. No, I'm fine at the moment for a job. But yeah, no, Boba Talks, he's really good. True 31. Oh my god. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We've been going about an hour and a half now. True 31 is pretty good. True 31 is pretty good. Boba Talks is the GOAT. Yeah, he is, man. I think he's live right now, actually. But it's the thing, he goes live at the most inconvenient time in my life, like he does all the time. Like, I'm doing something and I'm like, why are you live? Please stop. But his content's really good, and he deserves way more followers than he has. Way more. So I think when the Batman Part 2 picks up, and Superman, obviously. I mean, his videos are so cool. Here he is. Here is the man. Look at that beautiful man. And you know, again, oh, YouTube is not. Oh, okay. Hello. Apparently, I'm buffering. Open widget error. Am I running all right? Stream health. Stream health. Stream denied. But yeah, Boba Talks is great. If you can still hear me. Hello. This is great, guys. Yeah, what a great stream. Really lovely to catch up. I don't know when I'm going to be back on live. The Truth 31. Oh yeah, let's look at the truth. The truth. The truth. The Truth 31. The Truth 31. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, there's a Cat in the Hat trailer. Nice. The Truth 31. The Truth 31.
What do you think his reaction?
The Truth 31 subscribed. So there we go. There's Truth 31. I've subscribed. I'm a good boy. Major Batman tease and James Gunn's Superman film. Hey? These are just spoilers. No. Yeah. I've subscribed though, so I'm going to watch some videos. But guys, thank you so much for joining me on the live stream. I know it was a short one, hour and 40. It's not really short. He dogs on the Snyder Cut. Might get some fun out of that. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Derpy, thanks again for joining the chat. Really appreciate it, as usual. Hats off to you. But thank you to the others joining in with the conversation today. And that was Griffin XP97. Thank you for joining in. Hope to see you again. And we also had Mad Villain, who can't wait to see Superman play with his doggy, and My DC Collection. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Really had a great stream. Just wanted to jump on, just catch up with you all. But I don't know when I'll next be on. I don't know when the next video will be. Well, it'll be that video I just recorded. But yeah, really excited for Superman. Really excited. Very ready. I'm off to see Jurassic World tomorrow. I don't usually do overall Joe looking like Superman. See, I'll go off piece. This is Cassim. I'll be Superboy. I'll definitely be Superboy. I'll be like, Dad, do you still love me? Yeah. No, this is good. This is a good stream. And yeah, if you've not liked this video, this live stream, please do it right now. It really helps me out. And go check out my other videos, do trailer reactions, talk nerdy stuff, talk theories and everything. And to be honest, we're nearly at 500, guys. We're nearly at 500. And I'm ready to hit 500 because once I hit that goal, we're at 497. I lost a subscriber, unfortunately. I probably said something really nice about a project. But as soon as we hit 500, you know, I've got plans. I'm getting the milk. But I've got plans, guys. I've got plans. So get me to 500. Do a little 500 celebration stream, which then people will start unsubscribing. You know, ha bloody ha. So yeah, we're nearly there, guys. But thank you to everyone that has subbed, everyone that watches my lives, everyone that likes and reacts to my videos or even hates them. Thank you so much for watching. But yeah, I haven't hit 100 yet. You will, Derps. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. But yeah, this has been a really fun live, and I cannot wait to talk about Superman with you all. In terms of what my Superman content will be when I go see the film, I plan to do a day of, you know, a video of me going to see it, like a vlog. A lot of people enjoyed that. Zach Milne spoke to me privately and was like, I really like how you do the vlog style stuff. So still got that old Brick Crew YouTube wannabe in me. So that's still going. God, it's so hot, man. It gets hotter at night. How is that possible? But yeah, no, so it's going to be like a vlog sort of thing, and then I'm just going to talk about the movie at the end because it's going to be really late, and then I've got to edit that together and then go see the movie again. But yeah, really looking forward to Superman, really looking forward to Fantastic Four, and off to see Jurassic World Rebirth tomorrow night. So I will let you know on Twitter what I thought of that. Twitter's a great place. Or TikTok, I don't know. But yeah, go follow my other socials, Twitter or X or whatever you want to bloody call it. TikTok. I kind of want to give Twitch a try. I have done it before and I found it a bit annoying because it didn't really outreach to you lovely people. And so I kind of want to stick to the YouTube sort of live. But next time I game or something, I might give Twitch a try. But we'll see. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good evening or good morning, wherever you are. And I will speak to you very soon. See ya. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good evening or good morning, wherever you are. And I will speak to you very soon. See ya. Thank you so much.